then what did we carry, what did we throw? Some of them have cars, some of them don't. So we are both going to leg it together, or you're going to throw it together, or you're going to bolt it together. Please go with a local, that's a Ghanaian. Looking at him like, bro, what exactly are you saying? Hello friends, this is Jums of the Jums TV. Thank you for stopping by and you're welcome. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the processes or the steps you need to take before renting an apartment here in Accra. As a foreigner, this may help a local, I don't know, but my focus is not really the locals, it's for foreigners, but anyone can benefit from this information. But before we go on to the nitty-gritty of today's gist, I just want to use this opportunity to say a big thank you to my subscribers who from time to time send me dolls. I'm really grateful. Thank you for appreciating my work. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for the nice comments, the feedback I get, just appreciating my work. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much. For those of you who don't check my community page, please try to check it from time to time. I might put information out there for you to read, encouragement here and there, and just post pictures and things for you to see and keep up to date with. I put a post many days ago saying that, I've been MIA, I've been doing like a switch here and there in this month of May, because I've been going through a phase, or I'm in another phase. I think that's how I put it. I'm in another phase here in Accra, and I'll share with you shortly. And yeah, I'm now in the process of sharing the phase with you, if you get what I mean. I've been in the phase of house hunting for some time now, and I initially didn't want to vlog. I was not interested in doing anything vlogging or documenting. I was not just interested, but after some time, I felt, what's the need? Just document it. You never know who's going to be of help to. The video, it's not going to be every single detail you see, but the main points you get from these videos, if you understand what I mean. So first things first, you should have a budget. There's nothing you can do effectively if you do not have a budget. At least a rough estimate. Okay, if it's not this, it is this. Just have an idea of how much you want to spend. Although sometimes if you want to get something really good, you may end up exceeding your budget, but just have a budget in the first place. Then you have an idea of the area you would like to move to, either Cantonment, East Legon, Adenta, Madina, Oibi, all these areas, Jowulu, so many areas in Accra to stay, Latebe, Okoshe, anywhere. And you can do one or two research about the place, just so that you kind of know the kind so you kind of have an idea of the area you are moving to, if you get what I mean. Yeah. Then in my previous video, I made mention of two websites that are a big deal here for foreigners, even for locals, because you can get so many things there. That's gg.com and tonaton.com. You can get anything. I remember there was a time I placed an order for different watch straps for my old smartwatch, and I got it from gg.com. So I just contacted the person. We chatted. Gigi has this chatting platform where you can chat with the seller. So I chatted with the person, and then we met up at the mall, which is like a central place for both of us. So, and I got it from the delivery guy, and I murmured the money, So, but you have to be very careful about these things. So gg.com, tonaton.com are websites, are places where you can get virtually everything you need. And in today's discussion, it is houses for rent, even houses for sale. You can get there. Sometimes what you see is not actually what you see in real life, because I realized some of these people, they would show the beautiful parts of the houses, the building inside, the kitchen and stuff, but they would not show you the compound. So that's one issue I have with these places. So you now have to be imagining, okay, how does the compound look like? Then when you get there, you end up seeing that this is not even what I like. For instance, there was a house I went to. I included it in the last video, but I'm not going to make mention of which of them. The house had like, was it 12 flats? And the compound, I'm not even joking, the compound cannot take more than, it can't even take up to 5 cars, probably comfortably maybe 4 cars. Then I'm thinking to myself, I spoke to the agent, I'm like, okay, so come, if all 12 of us have cars, where will we park? He tried to, you know, they want to sell markets now, so he tried to say, oh, you park this way. I was just looking at him like, bro, what exactly are you saying? If all 12 of, in fact, let's even say if all 12 of us have two cars, what's going to happen? So I just concluded that this kind of house is best for students, because it's not all students who have cars, you get. So it's just best for hostel kind of life, because it's too tiny. I mean, how do these people even, I don't know, is it that do you put yourself in the consumer's shoes when you're building the house? I mean, it was so tiny, big massive building, but very, very tiny compound. I'm like, it's not really worth it, to be honest. So yes, always make sure, but if you can't, go and see it for yourself so that you know this is what you like. Don't just assume and make conclusion and then you get it. Now after you've done that online, some of them take nice pictures, some of them don't take nice pictures, so you just scroll through, screenshot it. You see the number. Usually the number you see there is not the number of the owner of the house. It's usually the agent. At least all the numbers I've ever called were agents. None was for the owner or anything like that. So, and the details of the house is beneath it. So the ones that are fully furnished, the ones that have chandelier, the ones that have air conditions, and the ones that have cabinets and all of that, you see them here. Not all of them are very thorough in putting the details, but for the most part you see some of these details there. And yeah, so call the agent. Some of them will say, oh, forward the house to me, because some of them have loads of houses they are trying to sell, or they're trying to, you know, give to customers. So I would advise that personally, I don't know about, you know, when the agent says, oh, send it to WhatsApp, let me see, I don't send anything on WhatsApp, because I'm like, I feel like WhatsApp gets too personal and I don't really want that. It's my preference, so I'm not saying you should do that, but I never did that. I will just describe it to the best of my ability, tell you, oh, it's a pink building, it's a purple building, tell you what is inside. Then most of them, they have an idea what you're saying, so they'll say, okay, let's meet. They'll ask you what address is on it. You could say, oh, this is Chicken Estate, it's so place, or this is Cow Lane, it's so place. So they have an idea, you get. So you go and you see the place. Then also make sure the place is available, though you can't do that yourself, because I mean, it will be the agent who tell you the place is available, because sometimes they say somewhere is available and then by the time you call the agent, he says the place is no longer available. So yeah, you get disappointments like that once in a while. It's not a biggie. And then one very important thing, it should have been number one, but you know, it can come anyway. Pray. You should pray and shine your eyes. That's all I'll say. Pray and shine your eyes. For the most part, the agents I've worked with, I didn't really have issues. If you get me, I didn't really have issues. But if you have a car, it's a plus for you. Some of them have cars, some of them don't. So we are both going to leg it together, or you're going to throw it together, or you're going to bolt it together. Ask questions, don't just assume, you know. And it would be also a good idea if maybe you are familiar with the area, so that at least you have, you know, pointers and you know landmarks, just so that, you know, when you are going there again, you can find your way. You get me? So just generally, it's just a basic life principle. Be very alert. You can't just be dulling. Then also know that this agency thingy doesn't come free. Before, they used to take 70 CDs. I don't know what happened. these agents, I've told like 3 of them now that it's like I'll join you people, because it's like you guys are just cashing out. As they are really cashing out. Now they'll say 100 CDs, some even say 80 CDs. I'm like, hey, okay, what did we carry? What did we throw? That's that expensive. So if you end up viewing maybe 4 properties by one agent, I mean, you're going to be looking at paying at least over 200 CDs, depending. Some are really nice, they'll just do a round figure for you and just say, okay, pay this, since you've seen more than one and all of that. So yeah, negotiate well. This is where your negotiation power, bargaining power comes in. Okay, so you bargain well, strike a deal with them before going to view, because once you viewed, there's not much you can see anymore, whether you like the place or not. I guess you still have to pay them, because I mean, yeah, you get it, you get me right? Yeah. Then another important thing, this one is in fact one of the most important. If you are a foreigner, please go with a local, that's a Ghanaian, especially one who can speak the language. Okay, now I'm saying this specifically, not just for foreigners alone, but specifically for my brethren, the Nigerians. I'm going to go into details about this in another video, but if you're Nigerian, it's advisable. Some people don't have to. I'm happy for you, and please be a person of, you know, trustworthy character or something that someone can vouch for you, especially if you are not even related to this Ghanaian, this local. Maybe it's just somebody you know, maybe someone at work who is going in to stand for you. Please don't follow the person's hand. Let whatever the person says be who you truly are. Please don't go and mess around. Like I said, that video is coming soon, so we'll talk about that extensively. Okay, so another thing is, after, you know, going with a local, and that could, you know, increase your chances of getting a place. Okay, that's why I'm saying you should go with a local, because I mean, to help you speak the language, because language is really powerful. So if you hear someone speaking your language, I mean, it sort of does something to you. That's what I feel, because sometimes I feel that way, especially when I'm here in Accra and I hear people speaking my language. I'm excited, to be honest. This story will also come in another video. There's a lot to talk about, you guys, but please, I beg you, with the message of God, please, some people may not really agree with me, but please, if you can, make sure you see the landlord, make sure you see the owner of the house. Do not do any financial transaction with the agent. Do not request for the landlord's number or the landlady's number. Speak with the person, and you people should plan on how to meet. If the person is outside of the country, fine, ask the person to send a representative who you would see one-on-one, and then you make payments to whosoever, either the person's account, the owner of the house's account, or his representative. But please do not give any money to any agent for any reason. And you also know that the agency fee for them getting you a house is usually 10%. So for instance, if your house is 1,500 a month, in a year that's 18,000 CDs. So you'd be paying the agent 10% of 18,000 CDs. That's 1,800 CDs. So have that at the back of your mind. Then agreement, insist on an agreement as well. I think most people do agreements, yeah, most people. So insist on getting the agreement before you enter the house. Like I said in another video, you know why I'm talking about all these things, why I'm hammering on them. Insist that you want the agreement before you move your things into the house. Yes, so far these are all the steps I think you should, you know, follow. You can follow when you're looking for a place to stay. But in the case where you know someone who knows another person who owns a house or who has a house for rent or something, please, all these processes might not be necessary. But I mean, I just said all of this to say that please let your eyes be opened, make the right decision. yeah, sometimes you might be in a hurry to get a place, but don't get a place you'd regret later, because it can be really annoying. Staying in a place where you're not comfortable, staying in a place you don't like, it's very frustrating, to be honest. In fact, it's depressing. So try your best, take your time to find a place you like, just so that you're happy, because I mean, that's where you're going to be sleeping and waking from. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you've learned a thing or two. So please do ensure to like the video, share, comment, tell me what you think, and if my steps are exhaustive enough. If maybe there's something else I need to add, let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.